Coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam.
Hold it, stop the music!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Can I please have your attention?
Now it's showtime. Are you ready? Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, let's go.
Ecamm fam entrepreneurs, are you tired of trying to find... There you go. There you go. Okay, first of all, I need to know if you guys can hear me because my Rodecaster Pro is updating, so I got to use this. And even this is giving me a little bit of a challenge because it's not allowing me to hear out of the headset, which I am working on as well. But anyway, I just want to know if you guys can hear me. Let me know how the sound is. If not, I got like 18 mics in here. I can easily switch it up to make it even better. Okay, so you guys are hearing me good. The weird problem is I can't monitor myself. So we're going to just run with that. I don't need these then. Ow! I can't monitor myself. So I will be depending on you guys to let me know what's popping. My Rodecaster Pro 2 is stuck in like an update pattern right now. But we'll see what happens with that. I told myself yesterday when I got back, go down to the studio and bless everything. And then I sat in the chair and went to sleep because that flight back from the East Coast is like 13 hours of traveling. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, we're in there like swimwear. Let me just check, make sure everything is good here. And yeah, it looks like all is good in the neighborhood. Alrighty, so let me turn this thing here. Ooh, I wonder if I could monitor out of the Thunderbolt dock. There is a possibility that one could do that. Anyway, we're just going to keep it moving. All right, so thank you for coming to the live demo. Most of you guys been around these parts, so you know what's up. We don't normally do this, what I'm about to do, but I'm about to do it anyway because I think it's kind of cool and I think it's kind of worth showing you guys. So let me drop over to the back of this chair and pull out my secret squirrel surprise that I have for you guys. Uh-oh, it's in the bag. One thing cool about NAB, you get free bags. Katie, all of them, every single bomba clot one of them. Everything that came out this last update, everything that came out is exactly for podcasting. Name all of the new devices that came out. right? So you got the Rode Wireless B, check, can be used for video podcasting. You got the Pod Mic USB, check, can be used for both. You got the Streamer X, check, can be used. And you got the Rodecaster Pro Duo, check. You even got the Rode NT1 USB / XLR, check. So all of the above. You can use any one of those things. It's just a matter of your preferences and what you want. So every single one of those things will absolutely work. You don't need any of them, but all of them will make your situation better. Does anybody just rip these little things off? Here, let's do one of these shots right here. Let's switch this shot up real quick. I'm going to show you real quick because this is the demo mode. Let me go to demo. And I'll show you how we switch this shot up. I'm going to make a new scene real quick. I'm going to hit this, new scene. And then I'm going to drop in this camera. It's just drag and drop situation. The thing that I dragged it from is called the camera switcher. Oh, don't do that, Doc. That was dumb. Wow. See what happens when you're out of practice? I wanted to grab the camera. I grabbed the whole window. Okay, so I'm going to take the camera here and I'm going to place it in squirky mode because, you know, Squircle is my favorite. We're going to go like this here. And then I'm going to grab this overhead shot. And first of all, let's rotate it twice. Make sure it's where it's supposed to be. And then I'm going to put the overhead shot in there. Boom. And then I'm going to embiggen it. See? Oh, you cut them? I don't cut them, Luis. I peel them out with the edge of my knife, right? So I go in here with the edge of the knife and I give it a little, oh, you can't see that. I give it a little swiggle, normally using the back so the blade doesn't hit it. And then bam, clean removal. Woo-hoo. You can use them for lead press on nails. So yeah, I don't know why. I like to keep my boxes and I like to keep my boxes looking pretty. All right, so I know most of you guys have seen this before. This is the Stream Deck Plus. But what I don't know if you've seen before is this. So let's get a reveal. Dun 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 dun. That was not what we wanted. Oh, okay. So I thought it was going to do it for me, but they didn't. So right now, this looks like a standard issue Stream Deck Pro. Okay. I'll move this out of this box here. There's some more things in there to play with, but this is a standard issue Stream Deck Pro. It has all of the cool things that we all want, which is those rotary encoders. I'm a big fan of rotary encoders, which is why I still love my loop deck up here. But I took this edition one step further, as you know Doc would. Sorry, I don't like when they ship me stuff with leftover manufacturing dust on it. I'm weird. That's just me. All right. Inside this box. It's not in this box. Hey, what happened? Oh, I'm about to yell at Corsair. I'm about to get mad. Let me check the other box. We're going to fight. Oh, I'm going to be mad. Corsair is not in here. Ah! Oh, I got jacked. I got absolutely jacked. I'm going to have fighting words with Elgato. All right, well, that was anticlimactic. What was supposed to happen, here, let me pull up the screen and I'll show you what was supposed to happen. Oh, unless they're shipping it in a separate box, which I will check. But I'm going to cry. It was anticlimactic. It's purple knobs. It was supposed to be purple knobs, Luis. Oh, I got jacked. I'm going to cry. No, it's not cool. It's not cool in any way, shape, or form. Oh, they did your man's dirty. All right, I'm going to have to go in investigation what these guys did. Let's do this. I'm going to give you guys a pull up the old screen share. So if you're here, let's take this scene since we already got it. We're going to just call this overhead since we're doing demo. All right, we're going to make a next one. And then we're going to copy the camera from this one. So just press the camera, Command C. You could also just pick it up and drag it to the other scene, by the way. See, it's there. And then now I'm going to do it like this. And yes, Luis, my reaction was messed up because I was expecting it to be dope. And it was anticlimactic. Oh my God, these guys did your man's dirty. All right, so let's see if I come over here, right? If you go to Discover, and they got white now. I had selected black and perps, but with the black body. Oh, that's dirty. Yeah, so it's supposed to look something like this, but with purple knobs. Now I gotta check and see if they're sending my knobs in a separate package. Oh, that makes me wanna cry. I just wanna cry. I had purple knobs. Where is my knobs? It's so dumb. I just want to tear. Let's see. Let's happen if we press buy. I said black with purple knobs. And then I went to the cart. Just like that. Why you not even, man, this is what, oh, I see. You got to check these two boxes. That's what I did. Black with purple knobs. So I'll check and see if my knobs are missing, but I'm about to cry. These guys did me dirty, and I was going to be so happy to show you guys my Stream Deck Plus with my purple knobs. Oh, they set me up. They did me dirty. All right, I'm going to have to contact Elgato tech supports. Anyway, to show you guys what it is, basically that's how you would set up a screen share. One of the things that you can do, of course, when you press here, you can select any application that you have running. So for instance, I could bring up my Insta360 controller, which is here. There's another application that I'm running because I like to be able to, you know, make adjustments to my situation to have my overhead position already set up as a preset, but I can move this thing around, you know what I mean, any which way I want. But I could come over here and then do a little glory. Ooh, yeah, like that, right? And then just move this out of the way and be like, but then what's cool is I can save these as a preset, right? So once I dial this in exactly how I want it, like that, let's say put it a little bit more in the center, I could come over here and save that. Oh, you don't want to be like that. Oh, it's not letting me type. Anyway, so I just go back to my overhead, how I had it. So one thing to note is we're going to show you how to do this when it comes to using Keynote, right? So I'm going to add another one just to have a different one. And then we're going to call this Keynote. Like such. And then we're going to open up Keynote. The same thing happens in PowerPoint. I just don't use PowerPoint. Not a fan. I use Keynote, but same smell. Anyway, so I can open this guy up. Keynote application is upon us, right? So you could just share this Keynote app here, right? So if I embiggen this, move this out the way, I can click on this guy here and then say share Keynote. And then there's Keynote. The problem is when you go to play the presentation, in my particular case, I have Keynote set to play in the window, right? However, if inside the Keynote app, under window, oh wait, that's the Ecamm app. Let's go back to Keynote app. I have to bring it back to the screen for a second, sorry. In the Keynote app, if I go to play and do play full screen, right? When I put this over here and I press play, you can't really see what's going on, right? It kind of messes things up. So you want to make sure that you come in here and you change this to window. If you select window, when you press play, then you get this guy in the window. You could even bust out your speaker notes because it doesn't really care about that. Now, it's trying to put the speaker notes on screen. So what I want to do is under keynote, when I click this, make sure you select the name of the presentation. And then now your speaker notes are independent. Your keynote is independent. You can move this to a whole separate monitor, do whatever you want. And your speaker notes will still be there. You can move around and click through your presentation and everything will work fantastic, right? So that's one of the setups. For instance, whenever you're playing something in a different app, remember you can select any window from what's inside that app. So for instance, if I select Ecamm Live Beta and I wanted to show you the overlay window, I could do that, right? So there you go. I wouldn't laugh at that, Paul. These are not joking matters here. Thanks, Jeremy. Thanks. All right. There you go, Joe. I don't know what took you so long, but we appreciate you anyway. All right, so let's go. What else can I show you? So inside here, I want you to notice across the bottom, you have access to new image overlay, new animation overlay. Screen share is what we just did. You can add text to this, of course. You can add a new countdown overlay, a new widget, a new camera overlay, and then folders to group everything in. So sometimes I like to group certain things to folders, right? So let's go with like an animation overlay. So when you press this, of course, you can bring up a box, and the box will allow you to, search and whatever. I had never really used that. What I like to do is the old drag and drop situation. So I have a folder here with all my Ecamm assets in it. I'll just unembiggen this for a second. And then all I normally do is just drag them in, right? And you can just drop it loose like such. And now it'll play. And then there's your overlay, right? So that's an animated overlay. You'll notice that my animated overlay did come with sound, and that's because it's created as a WebM. So if you see the file right here, my file ending says WebM, right? And if you do it as a WebM, it can contain both the sound and the animation. Under circumstances where you just try to drop in a movie, that movie won't play. So for instance, if I was to pick up this video of Shelly and drop it in.
Hey everyone, it's Shelly from Shelly Saves the Day. I want to send some special love.
We don't want that, right? We want it as an overlay. So if we put it on purpose in the overlay panel, you're going to get a warning. And that warning is going to state, do you want to add this as an animated overlay? Animated overlays do not include audio. So if I say animated overlay there, I get my movie of Shelly. I can move it wherever I want. However, you can't hear anything, right? So if we take that out, we'll delete that one. Use a little trash can to delete it. If I come back over here and I search for the one where it says WebM at the end and drop this in.
Hello, Ian Answer Gray here.
All,
I have been using...
That's Ian. I wanted Shelly. Same smell though.
Hey everyone, it's Shelly from Shelly Saves the Day.
So
I want to send some special love out to my...
If you have a video file that you want to play as an animated overlay, you must convert it to a WebM. There's about 5,100 ways to do that. The way that I do it is something known as Shutter Encoder. Shutter Encoder will take care of that and put you in the right situation. All right. Don't forget, guys, you got questions, you can throw them in there, and Mr. Moderator hits you with the WebM version. Boom. What's up, Kleb? Good to see you here. Hey, what's up, PD? Yes, Shutter Encoding is quite amazing. What I tend to use it for a lot is to just shrink the size of a file. If I want to bring a file and play it in a stream or something, I'll pre-download it. People love to play videos live. If you're going to do that, you should download them because you just don't know what your internet's going to do. How to download them, Google it. YouTube doesn't like when we explain that. And I normally would take them, drop them through Shutter Encoder first, which will smash them up. Handbrake also does the same thing. Handbrake, as much as I've used Handbrake for many, many years, I find Shutter Encoder faster. Yeah, don't know why, but yeah, Handbrake's been around since, wow, forever. And it totally works. Okay, so let's show you some other stuff. I know we got kind of ahead of the game, but I feel like most of you guys have been here for a minute. It seems like Joe is probably the closest new person we got in the chat. So, what's up, Nee? All right, so, Joe, the main things you need to know is that this is set up, and everyone has different analogies for this, but here's mine. Profile would be your house, right? So in my profile setup, you'll see I have affiliate stream, which is coming up after this. I have Amazon Live, Ecamm Demo, things that I do for the Final Cut Pro Global Summit, IG Live, my personal stream, LinkedIn, the Flow, and what I use to create tutorials, right? So think of those as houses. All right, so once you have those houses in order, you're going to need some rooms. I want you to think of scenes as rooms, right? Boom. Oh, Joe said he watched hours of these vids already. Cool, there you go. Yeah, Shutter Encoder is the bomb. It's really, really helpful. All right, so you can go in here, and these are all your different rooms. I like to just think of scenes as rooms. So as we go into this room is one thing, this room would be a different thing, you know, so forth, so on, etc. Right? How you would set up with your guests. And then I like to think of overlays as things you would add to this room as just furniture. So I got this guest room. I got my guest Ted Lasso. Let's go ahead and drop in something that will make Ted feel a little bit happy. So, you know, I might take this and do something like that, right? Pop that in there for Ted, right? And then I might come over here to mine, and I don't know why I can't see. There it is. I might drop this in. And again, you can press those little buttons down there in the corner. I tend to just use drag and drop. I find it's faster. You know, you can do whatever makes you happy, but I tend to do it like this, right? So that's how you would easily set up a guest layout. Now, what's really cool about the new setup is that I can drag cameras in. So I use this thing right here in the top. It's called Camera Switcher. Let me move my asset window out the way for a second, make it less ugly and less quick keynote. It's wasting resources. All right, so I like to set my guest one to camera F because it's my friend. And I'll just pop it in there. So that's my guest one. If I needed a guest two, I could put it there. If I wanted an additional camera for myself, like say I wanted to do something and I'm going to press on this little controller here and change this one to black and white, I could drop that over there, right? And so you can use the same camera with multiple lookups by using the camera switcher. If you're on the all sources side, it's just going to show you what you have connected. And my ZV-E1 my ZV-1 is currently in Japan with my friend Blake, so that's why this one is blacked out. When he comes back, then I'll get it back. Anyway, so by going to AB, though, I can just take the same input, change it to a separate name. So, for instance, camera D, instead of being camo, I can put it over here as this Camlink 4K as well, and on this one, just rock it as sepia. So you can take the same camera and give it multiple looks, multiple zoom in qualities. So in the sepia one, I can zoom that bad boy in and do something crazy like that. And then you'll notice I have adult zit all of a sudden. But that's what happens when you travel, you know? So you can do lots of cool things with the camera switcher. I like this better because, as you know, Mac OS hates the way USB things are named. And oftentimes when you turn on your machine, it will move your USB ports around and all your scenes are out of whack. So this is an easier way to make sure that doesn't happen. Wait, where'd you go? Yes, you can do the jump cuts live with the camera switcher. I call them doing things like you need to do that zoom for impact type situation. You can just boom and then put it back. And all you can do is just swap them in the camera switcher, or you can just make it as two separate scenes. All right, where'd you go, Maggie? I lost it. There you go. Maggie said, I made an intro with just an image and audio. When I played it through Zoom, it showed but no audio. Is there a simple reason why? Yes. Pepcac. No. What happens if you want to use the sound out of Ecamm into Zoom, you have to go to output and turn on virtual mic. And mine is on already. But if you look in the output menu, come down to virtual mic, this passes all Ecamm sound through to the other app, provided you select virtual mic as the input in Zoom. The easier way to do this stuff, though, people, we do support this. This makes it super simple. I find it easier to do it in hardware because all of my Ecamm sounds pass through my Rodecaster Pro. My Rodecaster Pro is set as my audio interface in Zoom. So anything I play in anything passes through to anything else because the Rodecaster Pro is handling that routing. If you don't have a Rodecaster Pro, maybe your interface supports something like that too. You got to check your interface documentations. Most people don't read their interface documentations. They plug it in, the mic works, they stop reading. But most quality interfaces have ways to route software one to other. I'm still amazed every day we get like 10 email requests asking for loopback software. And majority of these people that are asking for loopback actually own a Rodecaster Pro. And there's kind of no need for that. But hey, you do you, boo. You do you. Instructions can save you lots of money. Just read them. Read them. Man, this thing is stuck. It tells you never to shut off your Rodecaster Pro while it's updating, but this is stuck. So I'm going to shut it off. Dun, dun, dun. And its safety mechanism won't let me do that. Let's see. Let's see what it does. Anyway, so let's go in and check on you guys. All right, so far so good. So to set up a scene, basically, it's just a matter of adding your background, adding your cameras, selecting your guests, things of that nature. Now, one of the other things we could do, if we go back to this one, is, hey, let's 86 that, because it's going to drive me batty. I want you to notice that this is in this current scene here. If I put it here in the top and turn it on, when I switch scenes, it stays in place because that's a show in all scenes type situation, right? So if you take this and you put it in the show in all scenes, it will, I don't know, show in all scenes. But if you put it in the current scene, it will only show in the current scene. So that's a good thing to keep in mind, is that you show things in the all scenes or current scenes. Also understand that I have show and background. So anything that I place inside here under show and background will show, well, in the background. So for instance, if I were to grab this movie film and drop it in the show and background above my other one, now whenever I do one of these scenes, I'm going to have the super obnoxious animated overlay, right? You design your shows however you want, okay? You do you. I will tell you, keep it simple. Your audience doesn't think you're cool spinning and twirling and doing all kind of extra stuff. Your audience thinks you're cool when you give good information. The amount of people that be trying to twirl and upside down and do all kinds of weird special effects thinking that that makes the show better, it cracks me up. Just, that's not what makes the show better. You have watched copious shows where it's just two people sitting at a table with zero camera movement because what they're talking about is super important and super relevant. I just want to point that out. Yes. Right? Okay, now we have a confession. There you go. 100%. 100%. People definitely, they see all these buttons and stuff and they get carried away. There used to be a joke in the old video editor game, as you could always tell a rookie by how many effects they use for transitions besides a generic cross these off. The majority of the stuff that you see on TV is a simple cross these off or a jump cut. Most of them aren't doing any fantabulous wipes. That gets old real quick. All right. MTD. What's up, Adi? Good to see you here. Okay, so while we are looking at this, I just want to give you some cool reminders of just things that you can do. One of the common questions that comes up is like, you know how here we have this cool like border situation, right? People often ask, how can they put a border on something that doesn't allow for borders, right? So let's go to make a new one. And let's say I want to drop this in here again. People are like, well, I want to put a border on that. And if you click here, this doesn't allow for borders. Very simple, very easy. Come over here, drop on the camera, right? In this particular case, we're going to change the shape to square. And then we're going to turn off the corner radius because we don't need it. And then we're going to crank up the border width to like stupid. And then we're going to just come over here, line these babies up. This image is not an actual square. So let's do one other thing here. Let's change this to custom. I thought the image was square, but it is not. We're just going to place it underneath the bottom. We're going to put this in here like such. Select this back one and then just do that. Okay. Now, once they're together, again, we can make this image just a little smaller so the border is a tad bit bigger. You're going to get these marks that kind of help you line things up. And that looks all good in the hood, right? So now you're going to take a grouper and we're going to put in the logo, put in the border for that logo, lock them together, and then now you're good. You're good to go. Simple as pie. So if there's something that you want to border and that doesn't have a border, make one. Just stick a camera behind it and just make a border. Like, don't stress. Everything can be done. Everything can be done. It's just a matter of like, getting in there and having a little bit of creativity to it. I really want to answer this question for you. However, Ecamm doesn't know anything about Presenter Pro. So if Presenter Pro isn't working, it's not us. From what I know about the application, it's NDI. So we support NDI. So that's probably a Presenter Pro question because, hard to explain this, but I'll try. We have no code in our software that says, dun, 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 dun. If this Presenter Pro exists, then mess it up so that Chris's program doesn't work. We don't write code like that. No application does. Presenter Pro is what's running because I can do a lower third out of Keynote. I can do a lower third out of Final Cut. I can do a lower third out of Canva. I can do a lower third out of After Effects, Photoshop, Procreate, Pixelmator, every other program on the planet that generates graphics. If Presenter Pro lower thirds don't work, there's an issue with Presenter Pro. And I mean, I hate to say that in a crazy way, but that's probably what it is. I will admit that in our community on Facebook, we have a ton of faith leaders in there. And somebody like Rabbi David or, let's see, I know God, Bishop Oliver, they all use Presenter Pro. So they might be able to give you the answer to help you. The other thing I would tell you to check on is I would say send a support ticket at support@ecamm.com. See if we can help you out. But I don't even think that our support people are heavily trained in Presenter Pro. But yeah, I know that a whole bunch of people in the community use it and a whole bunch of people in the community have it working. So it's probably just a setting or a switch or something that's missing, but there is no code written into that says it doesn't work. And I don't use Presenter Pro because I'm an atheist. So there's that. And there's no need for me to use that. Besides, most of the stuff that Presenter Pro does, I can do directly in Ecamm. So yes. I wish I had a better answer for you, Chris, but the avatar says everything. This avatar is like, Chris is not feeling the fact that his overlays don't work, and I appreciate that because nothing more frustrating. But what I try to do is help people understand, for instance, a big one that comes up is about echo, right? There's nothing in the software that says generate an echo. One of your hardware things isn't behaving properly. because there's no code that says create an echo, except in DJ software, which people overuse. DJ, clue, 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 new stuff. That echo should go away. But we don't have anything in the app that generates echo. So your hardware, your audio routing is doing something goofy, and what we got to do is suss that out. There, I said it. Hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, I don't even know how to use Presenter Pro, Chris, but I bet you I can figure it out. That is super funny, Sandy. That is hilarious. I know I watch a lot of it on the TV too. And the one thing is there's no easy way to chat when you're watching shows on TV. So like, yesterday I was watching Katie and Paul do their show and or Wednesday, and I was like, I wanted so bad to get in there and chat, but I had my two hands in the sandwich and I just wasn't feeling that. Yeah, mixed minus is normally the situation. And again, most modern interfaces support mixed minus now. So yeah, there's that. All right, let's check out some other cool stuff. Speaking of lower thirds, let's do what Chris said and generate a lower third, since Chris brought it up. All right, so let's go here. I'm going to put this back on Chrome just because I don't want to see that. The medium mode, Chrome. And so we'll leave that there to just heal my frustrations. All right, so let's say I want to generate a lower third for this. I just press on the little T guy over here. And then, of course, my window ends up on the other side of the screen. Let's do... right? So I can come here. Yelling doesn't really work for this, so I can switch it to medium. You can pick different cool stuff. So let's say I want to do this. I'll take this section and pop that on medium, and then take this section and pop that on like demi bold, right? Hit enter. So see, you can generate some really cool, swanky text. I don't think a lot of people realize that, but you can do that. Now, in this particular case, say I don't want those borders. You just pop in here, turn off the old background, right? Now you're good to go. So you can do something like that. You could even click on this guy, change it from fixed position, and say we want to pull this in from the bottom, right? So like if I turn that overlay off, then when don't do that. Why you want to do that? We not want to see that. Put that underneath the bottom so that never happens again, right? Then we can pull that up. You can even click here. If I go to zoom this in for a second, I can add a high key and add a K. So now if I press K, make that disappear, come over here and press K, it should pop up. Oh, did I make it capital K? Oh, why my high key not work? I think I can't use that as a high key. The high key is too close. Let's do A. Okay, now my high key is not working. Anyway, never mind. I don't know why it's not working. Something's goofy. Maybe it's because I have my other keyboard plugged in. Here, this is a good question. Let me come over here. I'm going to put questions in showing all scenes. So that way, if I switch scenes in the middle of a question, it doesn't go away. Why do we need to use Restream or OneStream to do multicam? Ecamm Pro does multi-stream. I'm lost. Because you want to? Like, these are personal preferences, right? And I think people get confused. First of all, I got a better question. Why do you multi-stream in the first place? Answer me that question. Then, if you tell me why you multi-stream, I can tell you why you need one or the other. Multi-stream is not the same. It's done for various reasons. And so because of the various reasons, you might find you need one or the other applications in order to do it. Just the separate destinations does not multi-stream equal by itself. There's many reasons why you would or why you wouldn't. Personally, I can't stand multi-stream. It's not cool, but it's up to you. It needed to be Command K. This girl come out here swinging. This girl come out here swinging. Keely, you missed it. Elgato did me dirty because I ordered my new Stream Deck Plus. It's supposed to come with cool purple knobs, and it came with black knobs. Elgato did me nasty. But just in case you haven't ordered yours, they're giving out free knobs. And this one right here is Screaming Keels. Wait, oh, what the heck is an AVIF file? That's new. All right, so if you ever get something like that happens to you, it doesn't understand, just open it up in preview, do an export as PNG, and then bam, then it'll be fine. I don't know why it came up as an AVI file. Never seen that format before, but you know what? Doesn't really care. Throw it in the trash. Boom, there. This one is Screaming Kile. So if you decide to get one, or if you don't already have one, you can just get the knobs for like 15 bucks if you already have one. What's up, Buck Nation? No, it's not locked, Joe. I really don't know why I did that, but let's try Keely's one. Let's do this here. Keely said hit Command K. And then now, yep, that one worked. All right, so Keely's version worked. I don't use those hotkeys at all. I use Stream Deck. So anyway, there you go. What's up, Buck Nation? Which is Sarkeezy. Listen, we made a new button. Since you was over here, check this out. We made a new button. So if I'm here in my overhead camera situation, I can just do this. Oh, why are you upside down? Anyway, yes, very cool. I appreciate you. All right, where she is. No, you said, okay, you have to answer why do you want to multi-stream so I can tell you the right reason. If you tell me why, I can tell you if you need the other apps or not. Just the multi-stream for multi-streaming's sake, you don't need them. You could just use Ecamm. But if you have some particular reasons why you want to multi-stream, then there may be a reason why you still need the other. So, for instance, in Restream, if you are into doing Restream pairs, which I am not because it doesn't really work, but if you're interested into doing Restream pairs, then you still need Restream because we don't do that. If you need to multi-stream independent resolutions, all right, there's one reason why I might want multi-stream. If I decided I wanted to do my show where I'm showing how to use this Stream Deck and various other keyboard replacements, and I wanted to stream it to Amazon Live and YouTube at the same time, I am never streaming 720 on YouTube with a gun to my head. So in that case, I would use Restream so that I can send 4K to YouTube and 720 to Amazon. So you tell me what the reason is. If the reason is just because you think it's going to get you more viewers, you don't need anything. You could just use Ecamm. And I did say think on purpose because it doesn't really do that. Boom. Did you already get one? If you did already got one, you just need the knobs. If you have just Facebook group and Facebook pages, you don't need anything. You could just do it with Ecamm, right? So if you go over here, go to destinations, boom, you see I have my Facebook group, right? Why is LinkedIn not logged in? Anyway, if I wanted to add a page, I could just go to this and let's go to business page and then load up business pages and then select Ecamm Network and then add. So I can do a group and a page. Simple Simon went to the department while going to the fair. So that doesn't require a Restream in any way, shape, or form. Boom. And oh, dope. Good to see you back, Jim. Hope you are feeling better. I know you were not feeling so hot at one point. I hope you're doing better. And I went on this whole world tour, and I forgot to get the Wi-Fi from you before I left. And the day after I got there, I was like, dang it, I should have called Jim. Do you have to be a page admin to add it as a destination? Of course, because otherwise you could just hijack somebody's page, right? Right? So yes, in order to do a page as an admin, you need to be like that. You know what I mean? There you go. We try. We work on it. We try. Man, don't worry. I appreciate you. All right, so let's get into some sound stuff real quick. Today was a good day to get in some sound stuff, let me tell you. So let me come over here and here, let's hit it with a Command K to remove that. I'm really sad about my purple knobs not being here. Let me come here, go to this, select Ecamm Live Beta, and then let's get on to sound levels. All right, so you'll see I have these orange triangulars turned on, and that's because right now my Rodecaster Pro is missing because it's asleep, and so therefore I don't really have any output. My output is legit set to the max speakers right now, and if I were, hey, don't do that. There, if it should come out of the speakers, but I have the sound turned down, right? I can make it come out of the Mac Studio. I can make it come out of the monitor. You know, you can just do whatever, right? So here inside Ecamm, it assumes that it's coming out of the speakers. Again, I have the volume turned way down, so you're not going to hear it. But that is what would cause it to make weird noises. Because in theory, the speakers could be heard by this microphone, and so you're going to get that. I never use echo cancellation because it makes the sound less quality, right? So I tend to keep that down too. They may, listen, let's cover this real quick. Facebook is weird. They change what the rules are like every 15 minutes. So there may still be contributor access, in which case it would work. But they change this stuff so often. We try to keep track with it. It's impossible. They're forever moving the thing. So me personally, like another one, I never stream to Facebook except for Ecamm. My personal stuff, I stopped doing it because you were just always chasing the dragon. Which is funny because you have the dragon in your thing. But I hear it's making a comeback as far as people using it for group streams. Yeah, it's just weird, right? You can't play it in the background. They only still wanted to do 720 forever. Now they got 1080. But like I can't do 4K in 2023. Makes about as much sense as screen doors on the submarine. The comment avatar thing is forever broken. No matter how many times we fix it, they muck it up again, and it has to do with privacy situations. So you have to remind your users to update the permissions to themselves in the Facebook page like every 30 days. And on the Ecamm page, of which I am the admin, it often won't show my avatar. I'm the admin. Like, I'm the boss of that page. And it'll be like, oh, hidden user, you don't have permission for your avatar to be. I'm like, what the? So, I don't know. Facebook is problematic. But if that's where your community is, I get it. You just have to deal with these constant moving targets. And in which case, maybe the contributor format might work. But I can't really say for sure. Paul, you could try it on your Ecamm because you should be a moderator. So that should work just to see if it works for you. But yeah, I think they're forever changing stuff. The best thing to do is consult help.facebook.com and see what the current state of affairs is. They're forever changing it. Okay, so we don't use that word around here, but here's how you do. Use the features that you need, ignore all the rest. If all you need, here, let's watch this. I don't need to do sound levels because I only use one input, ghost. I don't need to use sound effects because I don't use sound effects, ghost. I don't have but one camera, so I'm not going to use camera switcher, ghost. I'm not going to use green screen or flip my camera upside down or adjust my brightness, so I don't need to use camera effects, ghost. All I need is scenes, overlays, comments. Boom. Ecamm simple. Just let that marinate for a second. If you don't need those panels, turn them off. Don't look at them. Right? I have feelings about the O word. I won't profess my feelings to the O word. Everybody in my community understands I don't like that word because that's like walking into a fight and going, okay, I lose. You know, it's like diving into a 2-foot swimming pool going, okay, I drowned. Or it's like starting your car, leaving the driveway, and okay, I crashed. That's why I don't use those words, because it's self-defeating. Like, you just set yourself up for all of those failures. So if you don't need anything, turn it all off. Just use the ones that you need. At the end of the day, it's not really that much features. Like, I have done this demo 100 and whatever plus times, and it's not that much features. Like, at the end of the day, if you watch my show, I use scenes, overlays, comments, period. I don't twirl anything. I don't animate anything. I don't use green screens. I don't use special effects. I barely use widgets here and there. But if you watch my show, I don't use half the stuff that you're talking about is overwhelming. My show is simple. All of the entertainment value comes from this. That's it. So that's up to you. Like, you can make it as hard or as simple as you want. Gangster. Now, I got to turn it back on so I can see what I'm doing. But for the most part, like, yeah, I'm not messing with all of this stuff. Like, I mean, you guys know, you guys watch this stuff on a regular basis. Like, I really, truly don't mess with a majority of the things that we're talking about. I keep it super simple because I don't find it necessary, right? I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible. Majority of the people that do all of that twirling and all that, that's a lack of confidence from them that they know their topic well enough that we have to try to do. It's like, you know, dudes that put all kind of unnecessary stuff on their car. It's the same thing. I don't know why I just said that. That's going to get me in trouble. Anyway, what's Dickie? Nothing better than you, fam. I'd love you for that. Anyway, so let's go. The next one I had something I wanted to show you guys. Now you made me forget what it was. Oh, somebody asked. I think Jeremy asked a minute ago about my little clock widget here. Let me show you about my clock widget because I love it. All right, let's come over here to this situation here. Boom. See? Thank you, Joe, for telling the truth, because a lot of people wouldn't confess these things. All right, here we go. Hey, why you pick the wrong one? And let's do this. And there it is. All right, so this is overlay.uno. Inside here, you got tons of stuff that you can pick, right? This is your library. It has, they added bowling now. That's cool. They got all kind of cool stuff you can pick in here, right? So the one that I picked was a simple weather widget, but you can pick all myriad type things. So let's do this talking points one real quick here because I can fit it in the side. All right, so I'm going to say try this overlay. Give it a second. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so let's see. We're going to go. We're going to hit it with the learn how to type. All right, so we got the road new products, right? So first thing we're going to do is pod mic USB, right? And then we're going to go Rodecaster Pro Duo, right? And then we're going to go Streamer X, and then we're going to go Me, and then we're going to go right? Got one more. All right, so that's done, right? Now, I can click here and select, a different color, something that's a little bit more matchy-matchy to my party, right? I can take the little side piece, whatever. If I want to change that, let's make that a little bit more matchy-matchy to the party, right? It's just all a matter of choice. Anyway, so once I did all of this, all I need to do is hit this custom overlay button right here at the top, and I'm going to copy this URL. I'm going to come back over here to Ecamm and press on this little globe down here at the bottom. Right? I'm going to paste this in, and then the answer to your question is legit the comment right above yours. It is the exact comment right above yours. All right, so I'm going to turn this loose. I like to set my resolution to be the same. You don't have to do this. I just find it works better, just me. I'm going to hit high resolution mode, keep running, and then bam, turn it on. So it's going to think for a second, and here's the whole box. Now, you'll notice there's a box around all of this, which could cause some problems. So what I do is I hold down the Option key, and I crop the box. Because what happens is I can't click things behind this empty space over here. So I just crop the box to size, put it right here, and then one of the things that'll give me a chance to do, it doesn't exactly line up because of my crop, I can embiggen this. And then using my lineup marker, bam. All right, so now we're good to go. So now, if I wanted to, if I was doing this, let's 86 this little thing right here. Let's say for the next 5 minutes, let me show you another overlay. I'm gonna hit the clock. That is not what I hit. Hit the clock. And then let's change this to 5 minutes because we have the other stream coming up. And I can hit that. And then press pause, restart. I'm embiggening that just a little bit. I'm going to talk about all of these things. So let's go over here. Oh, here's the other thing that's really cool. I can take this URL here, the second URL, and I can send it to Paul, right? And in my text message to Paul, Paul can actually make changes for me. So if you happen to have a producer of some sort, where'd he go? Paste. There it is. All right, so now while I'm talking about this, Paul could go in and change the color back to blue or do something goofy like that, right? So now I'm gonna come over here. All right, boom, we're in there like swimwear. It's actually the 5th gen. Paul, can you change Gen 2 to Gen 5? And in case you don't remember, that's IV. All right, so let's go here. Let's start. Oh, not that green. Jesus. Wow, Paul. That's obnoxious. All right, so we're going to go here, and then, boom. We start with the Rodecaster Pro Duo. So in my overlay section here, you can actually see which is the active topic. So I'm going to switch this to 1, and you notice that the color changed. If I go to 2, the color changed. So now I'm going to be on the Duo, and we're just going to talk about it real fast. All right, so do you want one of the... Oh, I'm right here, the producer. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's do this real quick. Boom, reset. All right, so Rodecaster Pro Duo, who is it for? It's for everybody that said that they want a Rodecaster Pro, but they did not want as many channels because the other one looks confusing because it has a lot of this, or it's too much, or it's the O word that I shall not repeat. That's who the Rodecaster Pro Duo is. It features many of the same features as the Rodecaster Pro. It's just smashed. It is actually not called the Rodecaster Pro Duo. It's just called the Rodecaster Duo. So Paul can take the word pro out of that while I'm talking. So if anybody watches this later, they don't think I'm an idiot. Anyway, so that would be the Rodecaster Duo, and yes, I do believe it is quite incredible, and it will do things like allow you to wirelessly connect the mic. So now, let's pop over to the Streamer X. Who's the Streamer X for? The Streamer X is for anybody that has a really simple show that wants one device that can control the microphone, monitoring with the headphones, and act as a single source capture card. So if you're a one camera person, oh yeah, thank you, Paul. If you're a one camera person and you have a very simple show, again, you're not doing too many things, then the Streamer X is for you. Most common question that comes up about the Streamer X is, will you work with the Mac knowing good and well that the Unity software does not work on the Mac? Wow, he just went crazy. Okay. So, yes, for the most of us, we're going to be good to go. You don't really need the Unity software or Unify software, whatever it's called, because we're Mac people and we're gravy to that. Let's go back up to the Wireless Me. It's not on this list, but anyway, Wireless Me, similar to the Wireless Go 2. You can, these are credible. Matter of fact, you heard it all day today. That was exactly what I did. Paul, that looks obnoxious. Anyway, that's exactly what I did all day today, is use this particular product because my Rodecaster Pro is asleep. So there is that. And let's go back to the Gen 5. Where'd it go? Where did Gen 5 go? Let's go to microphones. Where's my Gen 5? This thing was so cool. When I got a chance to check this out and play with it, I thought it was kind of incredible because one of the things they added to it in Gen 5 is they added the ability to have a USB connection as well as a XLR connection. So as you got in there and you messed around with it, you can connect it to XLR, but hidden inside the puka, if you will, sorry, that's Hawaii word for hole, there is a little USB port hidden in there. And you can get it, of course, in the shorter champagne silver color, or you can get it in this. One thing that's really cool about this particular microphone is it comes with a 32-bit float. And yeah, I'm going to post a video about that soon so you can see. But the 32-bit float thing is a game changer, especially if you have a tendency to get louder or whatever. Do realize, understand, being a condenser mic, you want more of a quiet space. If you have a noisy space, you probably don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and then now, for all of this, the one thing that I forgot in the new lineup would be the case. The wireless charging case, really cool. Not that big a deal, but pretty cool altogether. And yeah, I'm loving this Wireless Me. Anybody that has Rode wireless mics, especially the new Wireless Me, make sure you download the application Rode Capture. It is pretty clever. Great for making short form content. But I'm actually liking this mic. I have the Wireless 2 as well as the DJI mics, and they're all pretty good options. So you can get any of them. So boom. One thing you need to know is that this is all good stuff, and everything is shipping at the end of this month to the end of next month. That's primarily what it's going to do. So did it. I covered it in 5 minutes. I got 30 seconds left. I'll answer Joe's question. Here, let me edit Joe's question real quick. I'll show you why this is important in a split second. The sounds I use on my Stream Decks don't play on my stream, just my headphones. What am I missing? That's a common question. Let me see this. I personally don't do this stuff because just me. I don't like the sounds that come out of the Stream Deck, but this is, you guys do you. If you click on the Stream Deck store and you go to like music or sound effects and say, I want to play this, you can't really hear that, right? So if I were to download this, oh, that's a long one. I should have picked a smaller one, but that's okay. So it's downloaded, and then let's say I want to put that on a button. Let's do play sound. Those are all my sounds. Stream Deck play sound. Where does it go? See, this is what I get for trying to do this because I don't do this stuff in real life. I'm not a fan. No, I don't want to delete it. Cancel it. Gotta go back. No. Configure the Stream Deck. I don't even see where it is. Oh. Well, now you can't see what I'm doing, Johnny. I'm not listening to you. Man, I don't know where that comes from. That's what I get. Yeah, anyway, I don't know where that comes from, but I can go back through the store just to show you again. Again, I don't use this stuff because they sound goofy. And if you play this, the reason why you're not hearing it is because you don't have system audio turned on. I have system audio turned on, and so now it is actually picking that sound up. If I turn it off, it stops. So if you play from here and it's not working, it's because you have to have system audio functioning, in which case, if I go to Ecamm Live Beta, go to Sound Levels, the system audio tab plays when you play this stuff. Yeah, there you go. So just check your system audio settings if you want one of these to work. See. There you go. So I hope that helps, Joe. I think you definitely need to have the system audio thing turned on. Now, the reason why I edited Joe's question, let me show you this real quick. The reason why Paul is always telling you guys to throw the cues, because if I'm here, let me switch this. It'll make more sense. Bah, humbug. Blood. That's not the right one, Maybe I'll press here. Press that. There you go. If I come inside this box and hit Q:, I see all of the questions, right? I see Katie's question. I see Jeremy's question, Maggie's question. So that's the reason why. Oh, I didn't even see that one. Yeah, first of all, everybody at Creator Camp will be Ecamm users. So you'll be surrounded by people in real life that can help you with everything you need to know. So Kid and Glenn will be there. So any Ecamm questions you have at Creator Camp, I guarantee you, you will find the answers there. So yes, you should come to Creator Camp. It's going to be so much fun. Anyway, so that's the reason why we tell you to put the queue so we don't miss any questions. Because like even that, in the stream that's not hyper crowded right now, I missed FL Miller's question. Because, yeah, it's just things are moving really quickly. You're doing a bunch of stuff. And so, yeah, that's why. I'm teasing Johnny. So, honestly, Joe, check out Harris Heller's joint, Streamer Music. Oh, my God, what's it called? Stream Beats. If you need some music, check out Stream Beats is one. I use Artlist and Epidemic Sound and Upbeat. I have like several. There we go. So here's Stream Beats. Stream Beats is free. Sounds way better. I don't know why. This is just me. I think the ones that are built into Stream Deck store just sound goofy. Like they don't have no swag to them. So Stream Beats is completely free. You get good stuff over here. But one thing to note, these sounds sound like what you pay for. So Epidemic is way dope, right? Come to Epidemic Sound. It's 15 bones, but it's clean as a whistle. Sounds are dope, super clean, off the chain. Got a nice little, sound quality to them. And then my other favorite over here is Artlist. And Artlist sounds are also fantabulous, right? So there you go. What did he say? Rich said that downloaded file is in the audio folder of, there you go, com.elgato.streamdeck on your, thanks Rich. There you go. Let's open this up. So if I go Command Shift G, let me show you guys what I'm doing. Command Shift G allows you to point directly to a location, right? And then, what did he say? Application support, Elgato. It's in alphabetical order. Why can't I see? Let me just sort this by name. No. Wrong library folder. Let's do Command Shift G. And then make sure you put the tilde in front, the other application support folder. And then cinema grade, there you go. Boom. There it is. Rich is true. But that's weird. So you have to open it with the Stream Deck. So anyway, so I guess now what Rich is saying, if I come here and do configure Stream Deck and I do play the sound, I got it. I do playing the sound. I guess you can, inside the Stream Deck configuration situation, you can actually select the file, choose the file, and then go back over to here where I was, and then put that in there. Nope, still doesn't work. Oh, really? Choose the file. Got it. Still doesn't work. Anyway, I don't know. I'm going to ignore how to do that because I will never use this mess because they sound horrible. Sorry, I'm a DJ. I'm like picky to my sounds. I'm sorry. You guys do you. Don't listen to me. If you like that joint, like that joint. Not me. As a DJ, they sound like elevator music. Anyway, it's exactly the same thing. That is a matter of Porsche or Ferrari or Lamborghini. It's the same thing. Just pick one. That's a preferences situation. And I don't do, again, I use neither one of those because of the twirling and the jumping, and that's not necessary. Just do good content. You don't need none of that. Use play audio on that button. Okay, see, I'm just decided not to lose because I hate losing. But there you go. So let's do audio. Rich, there you go. Rich is correct. Rich is correct. Boom, replace that. Title, file, choose, select one of these guys. Here, this is better. Open, play, pause, stop, fade. Let's do no fade. Actually, let's do fade in, fade out. And then now it's there. Rich is correct. God, it sounds like a monkey made it. But Rich told us how to do it. One thing that's cool is the animation looks dope on the button. I'll give it that. I'll give it that. See the animation? Yeah. Cue, but to what purpose? Okay, thanks, Rich. Thank you, Rich. Rich came through in the pinch. Rich came through in the pinch, as Rich always does. Let's see. What did you do, Neil? Oh, Neil, man. I'm going to post this video today on my channel. Make sure you check that out because, all of us people that were trying to get all of the things done. Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to be doing an affiliate thing. Anyway, Neil, I'm going to show you this thing that's similar to the deck link. It's cool though. It doesn't have as many inputs, but it's pretty fantastic. I'm going to probably post that today or tomorrow on my channel. So make sure you check it out, Neil, because I know you will appreciate it. Some of these other people will be like, what? But you'll get it. Anyway, that's it, gang. I'll be back next week to do this again. This was the most unorthodox version of the demo, but hey, I'm getting back in the swing of things. And the other thing I need to do is go chase Elgato and find out where the hell is my purple knobs. Why did they send me this without my purple knobs? The only reason why I wanted it is because of the purple knobs. They did me dirty. They did me absolutely dirty. Anyway, gang, I will see you guys on the flip. Peace out. Affiliate, if you're in the Ecamm affiliate program, come and check the next stream out. I'm switching over right now, but the affiliate program is life. Make sure you check it out. Come through. Peace out. Choo.
Coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam.